Emily Parker was born and raised in the quiet town of Maplewood, Ohio. Her parents, Richard and Ann Parker, were well-respected members of the community. Richard owned a local hardware store, while Ann worked as a nurse at the nearby hospital. Emily, the middle child between an older brother, Jack, and a younger sister, Sarah, was the pride of her family. From an early age, she stood out bright, energetic, and driven. She excelled academically and was deeply involved in extracurricular activities. During high school, Emily discovered her passion for teaching. Inspired by a history teacher who brought the past to life, she went on to attend Ohio State University, earning a degree in education. After college, Emily returned home to Maplewood and secured a position at the local elementary school. She was devoted to her students, often staying late for after-school programs and tutoring on weekends. Parents requested her by name. Colleagues admired her dedication. Outside the classroom, Emily loved hiking, photography, and historical novels. Friends describe her as warm, compassionate, and endlessly supportive. Emily met David Reynolds at a friend's wedding. David was charming, confident, and polished, a financial consultant from New York City. The attraction was immediate. Their romance moved fast, fueled by expensive gifts, luxury trips, and constant attention. Within a year, David proposed. Though Emily's family and friends were uneasy about the speed of the engagement and David's extravagant lifestyle, Emily believed she had found her soulmate. The wedding was lavish, held at a vineyard, attended by over 200 guests. Maplewood friends mingled with David's New York associates. Champagne flowed. The future looked perfect. Then came the honeymoon. David Reynolds had grown up in Queens, New York, the eldest of 3 children in a financially struggling household. Determined to escape poverty, he excelled academically and earned a scholarship to NYU, where he studied finance. David was ambitious and relentless. After graduation, he landed a prestigious consulting job and quickly built a reputation as a rising star. Designer suits, luxury cars, and a Manhattan apartment followed. But beneath the polished exterior, David's success was fragile. He was entangled in risky investments, mounting debt, and questionable financial dealings. He spent far beyond his means and hid it all carefully. Emily represented stability, innocence, and a future that might save him from collapse. The honeymoon in St. Lucia began like a dream. The couple stayed at an exclusive beachfront resort. Emily shared smiling photos online, sunsets, dinners, island adventures. On the night Emily vanished, they dined at the resort's beachfront restaurant. Witnesses later recalled mixed impressions. Some saw affection, others noticed tension. After dinner, David suggested a moonlit walk along the beach. According to his account, Emily waded into the water while he returned to fetch a jacket. When he came back, she was gone. A frantic search followed. Resort staff and police combed the beach and nearby waters. No belongings, no footprints, no signs of struggle. As days passed, inconsistencies emerged. David's retelling of events seemed unusually precise, almost rehearsed. He contacted a lawyer early. Some guests reported hearing arguments the night before. Others noticed David appeared agitated during dinner, repeatedly checking his phone. Detective Hayes took over the investigation. A search of the bungalow revealed Emily's passport and wallet left behind. Her phone was missing. Financial records soon raised alarms. David was drowning in debt, large withdrawals, offshore transfers, failed business ventures, a gambling problem. And just weeks before the wedding, David had taken out a substantial life insurance policy on Emily. Then came another discovery, a letter written by Emily and hidden in her luggage. It expressed fear and doubt. She wrote about inconsistencies in David's stories and her growing unease about the marriage. As suspicion mounted, investigators uncovered David's secret double life, multiple affairs, manipulation, women he deceived, borrowed money from, and abandoned. One former colleague revealed David had been involved in financial misconduct at work. Then the case took a dramatic turn. A private investigator named Alex Carter came forward. He revealed he had been hired anonymously months before the wedding to investigate David. His findings were disturbing: infidelity, financial crimes, and conversations hinting at something darker. Emily, it turned out, had discovered the truth before the honeymoon. She had been terrified. As the investigation expanded, public opinion split. Had David killed Emily, or had she vanished to escape him? Months later, the answer emerged. A hiker in a remote jungle area of St. Lucia discovered a hidden campsite. Among the items was a bracelet known to belong to Emily. Search teams returned and found her alive. Emily had staged her disappearance. Overwhelmed by fear and desperation, she fled into the jungle after learning the full extent of David's deceit. She intended to disappear forever, but the harsh conditions nearly cost her life. David Reynolds was arrested. He was charged with fraud, embezzlement, and conspiracy. During trial, his financial empire was exposed as a house of cards built on lies. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Emily returned to Maplewood to heal. She later became an advocate for victims of emotional and financial abuse, sharing her story to help others escape dangerous situations. Detective Hayes would later call the case one of the most complex of his career, a chilling reminder that behind polished appearances, darkness can hide in plain sight. Sometimes the truth is stranger and more terrifying than fiction.